section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for a purse. Disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt. You gotta pay my mix around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner, get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow to her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system, had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is feeding. I gotta get back to the hood, I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love, deeply. Sleepy, they like what I say, they repeat me.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Washington football team. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick steps away to his left. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. To throw, Kaepernick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, and the Broncos get there and take him down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got fourth and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Buying time to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jonathan Bostic. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
up. But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. We're scoreless after 1. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action. Griffin winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin dancing to his left. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Once again, Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Will be caught by Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Griffin will throw again. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To throw is RG3. And he fires one, but incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Watch the slip. 91.
first down. Here's the run with Peterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Forced out to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, it's Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. They've got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Being chased out left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, Gibson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Griffin completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Throwing again, Griffin. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Kaepernick now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Kaepernick going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. And it's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Griffin to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, Kaepernick again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They go play action. Fitzpatrick rolling to his right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 44, Griffin bulldozes past him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Fitzpatrick.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a
a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jimmy Moreland.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Now RG3. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Fitzpatrick to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you? Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,